The moment your bank account crossed a number you never saw growing up, something went wrong. Not with the money, with you. You started apologizing for it, shrinking it, hiding it, or the opposite. You couldn't stop mentioning it, even when no one asked. Either way, the household you grew up in was still running the show. There is a concept in psychology called a financial thermostat. Just like the device on your wall, your brain has a set point for money, a temperature it considers normal, safe, and right. When your income rises above that set point, your nervous system reads it not as success but as danger, and it will do almost anything to bring the temperature back down to what it recognizes as home. The set point gets installed early, not through lectures or lessons, but through atmosphere. It is the tension in the kitchen when the bills arrived, the particular silence after your parents argued about rent, the way nobody in your house talked about money directly, but everyone felt it constantly, like weather. Those feelings became your definition of what money is. Not a tool, but a threat, a source of shame or something other people had. And here is what makes this so hard to outrun. The brain does not store these memories as memories. It stores them as reflexes. By the time you are an adult earning real money, you are not making conscious decisions about how to handle it. You are reacting. The 6-year-old who watched a parent stress about groceries is still inside your chest, and that child does not trust abundance. That child expects it to disappear. This is why self-sabotage looks so irrational from the outside. You land the client, then you underprice the next one. You save 3 months of expenses, then you spend it on something you cannot quite explain. You get the raise, and within weeks, you have invented new expenses to absorb it. It is not stupidity, it is loyalty. A deeply wired loyalty to the financial reality you were formed inside, because that reality felt like belonging. Now here is where it gets even more specific. The way you were raised loud or raised quiet around money shapes not just how much you earn, but how visible you allow your earnings to be. Raised loud means money was dramatic in your house. Either there was a crisis or there was showing off, and very little in between. If that is your background, you likely swing between hiding your income completely and announcing it in ways that make even you cringe afterward. Raised quiet is its own trap. If money was never discussed, if your parents treated it like a private illness, you absorb the message that talking about finances is vulgar, that wanting more is greedy, that the polite thing to do is need less. So you undercharge. You do not negotiate. You feel physically uncomfortable receiving a compliment about your success, let alone a large payment. Silence taught you that money should be invisible, so you keep making yourself smaller to match. The cruel irony is that both of these childhood environments, the loud and the quiet, produce adults who cannot earn neutrally. Everything about money becomes charged. A transfer notification makes your heart race. A slow month confirms every fear you were preloaded with. A good month makes you suspicious, waiting for the punishment. You are never just earning. You are always performing, hiding, bracing, or confessing. The research on this is striking. Studies in behavioral economics consistently show that people will make objectively worse financial decisions in order to remain psychologically consistent with their self-concept. Meaning, your brain will choose a smaller bank balance over the discomfort of seeing yourself as someone who has money. Identity is more powerful than logic. You will literally spend your way back to familiar. So what actually changes this? Not motivation, not vision boards. The change starts when you stop treating your financial behavior as a discipline problem and start treating it as an identity archaeology project. You have to go digging. What was money in your house? Was it love? Was it power? Was it shame? What happened to the people who had too much? What was said quietly or loudly, about people who charged what they were worth, because those stories are still active. They are running underneath every invoice you send, every price you set, every time you deflect a compliment about what you have built. The goal is not to erase the story. You cannot. The goal is to see it clearly enough that it stops making decisions for you in the background. Awareness does not fix everything, but it is the only thing that creates any space between the reflex and the choice. Your income will keep finding ways to announce itself or disappear itself until you consciously decide what you actually believe money means. Not what your parents believed, not what the neighborhood believed. What you, having seen all of it and lived past it, decide is true. The thermostat can be reset, but you have to be the one to reach up and touch it. Nobody from your childhood is coming to do that for you.